Stop settling. Stop shrinking your dreams to fit a life you were never meant to live. Imagine this instead: a life where your deepest desires for wealth, purpose, and freedom aren't distant fantasies, but bold, vivid realities waiting for you to rise and claim them. Because here's the truth: your bank account isn't the limitation, your imagination is. Napoleon Hill said it best: riches begin in the form of thought. The amount is limited only by the person's imagination. This isn't just philosophy, it's your wake up call. A line drawn in the sand between living a life of quiet desperation and stepping boldly into your potential. How many times have you seen the life you want flash before your mind's eye, and then watched it dissolve under fear, routine, and the lies you've been told about what's possible for you? Let me be clear. The distance between where you are and the life you crave isn't luck, or timing, or talent. It's belief. It's clarity. And above all, it's action. Because your thoughts are the blueprint. But without courage and movement, they remain nothing more than abandoned dreams with dust on them. Truth is, mental barriers like self-doubt and limiting beliefs choke off your imagination, turning potential wealth into missed opportunities. We've all heard excuses like, "I can't afford to dream big," or "success is for other people, not me." These thoughts create a prison of inaction, where your innate ability to imagine unlimited riches is locked away. Yet, deep down, you know there's more: freedom from financial worry, the authenticity of living your passions. So, why wait? What if your hesitation is the only chain holding back your financial destiny? Let's explore why you're not taking action, starting with the myth that motivation must strike like lightning before you begin. You might think, "I'll start visualizing my riches once I feel inspired." But that's a trap that keeps you stagnant. True wealth builders, like Thomas Edison, didn't wait for the perfect moment. They acted on their ideas amid uncertainty and doubt. Imagine someone daydreaming about financial freedom but postponing any steps, letting self-doubt erode their imaginative power. This waiting game is a common pitfall where thoughts of abundance remain abstract, never evolving into tangible success. It's heartbreaking to see potential slip away, dreams fading because the spark of action never ignites. Then there's the failure to decide, a subtle thief that paralyzes your imagination and limits your riches. Napoleon Hill emphasized a definite purpose as essential. Without clear decisions, your thoughts wander aimlessly. Think of an aspiring entrepreneur with groundbreaking ideas, yet they never commit, watching opportunities pass by like ships in the night. Indecision breeds regret, turning what could be a life of wealth into one of what might have been. Emotionally, it's like standing at a crossroads, knowing the path to riches is there, but fear keeps you rooted in place. And let's not overlook fear and uncertainty, the heavy weights that constrict your mind's ability to envision boundless success. Fears of failure, judgment, or the unknown can short circuit your imagination, as Hill warned, leading to a self-fulfilling prophecy of scarcity. For instance, someone dreaming of building wealth through investments might hesitate over market risks, never taking the first step. This fear isn't just a barrier. It's a thief of your authentic self, robbing you of the freedom to pursue your true potential. If riches are truly limited only by your imagination, what fears are holding yours back right now? Now, shift your focus to the solution. Immediate action is the bridge that turns your thoughts into real, unstoppable momentum. Action isn't just helpful, it's transformative, amplifying your imagination and making riches a certainty rather than a possibility. As Hill showed through self-made millionaires, they didn't just visualize success, they moved decisively, turning ideas into empires. Start small, like journaling daily affirmations of wealth, to build the confidence that propels you forward. Feel the emotional rush of that first step, the liberation from stagnation, the authenticity of creating your own path. Building decisiveness is key. Make firm decisions to unleash your imagination, defining your definite chief aim without delay. For example, set a deadline for your ideas. Turn a thought of passive income into a researched plan within 24 hours. This decisiveness ignites a spark, transforming vague dreams into a clear roadmap to riches. Remember, every great achievement began with someone who dared to act, embracing the freedom that comes from bold choices. Practicing the first step is where it all begins. Take one simple action right now to manifest your thoughts into reality. Brainstorm 3 ways to expand your imagination, like reading Hill's book or meditating on your wealth goals. Even imperfect action generates energy, opening doors you never knew existed and awakening your longing for authentic success. With these steps, you're not just dreaming, you're building a life of freedom and abundance. Now that we've identified the barriers, let's tackle overcoming hesitation and fear, the true enemies of your imaginative power. Facing fear head on erodes its grip, allowing your imagination to flourish and your thoughts to bloom into riches. Hill's autosuggestion techniques can help. Repeatedly affirm thoughts of abundance, like, I am capable of unlimited riches, to rewire your mindset. Start with low stakes actions, such as saving a small amount daily, to build confidence and chip away at your doubts. Emotionally, it's like shedding a heavy coat, feeling lighter and more authentic as fear loses its hold. Learning through failure is another powerful strategy. Setbacks aren't endpoints, but stepping stones that refine your thoughts. As per Hill's philosophy, each failure teaches better decision making, leading to greater wealth and a deeper sense of freedom. Reframe your experiences. View each failure as feedback that enhances your imaginative vision and propels you closer to riches. With fear addressed, the next step is cultivating self discipline, the mechanism that sustains your imaginative power. Discipline is the true key to success, transforming fleeting thoughts into lasting wealth through consistent effort. Without it, your imagination remains idle. With it, your ideas compound like interest, building an empire of riches. Draw from Hill. Establish daily routines, like visualizing riches each morning, to create a disciplined mindset that fosters authenticity. Building positive habits supports this growth. Set daily goals, engage in consistent learning, and track your progress. Actionable steps include waking up early for imaginative exercises, completing one wealth related task daily, and maintaining a riches journal. Feel the emotional satisfaction of these habits, the quiet strength that turns longing for change into tangible freedom. Discipline paves the way for clear vision, so let's define how to make your thoughts concrete and actionable. Developing clear vision and goals is where imagination meets reality, amplifying your thoughts and sustaining momentum toward riches. Specific goals act as motivation, turning vague imaginings into directed energy, as Hill taught with his idea of a definite plan. For example, visualizing a $1 million net worth gains power when paired with goals like acquiring new skills or networking effectively. Break down your imaginative thoughts into actionable plans. First, define vivid goals, like I will build a business generating $100K/year. Then, divide them into daily tasks, review and adjust regularly, and track progress to keep your imagination alive and thriving. This process brings an emotional sense of clarity, transforming your longing for authenticity into a roadmap of success. With a clear vision in place, it's time to reaffirm the journey ahead and wrap up with inspiration. To conclude, remember that riches truly begin in the form of thought, but it's action that brings your imagination to life, as Napoleon Hill so wisely taught. Motivation and wealth don't precede decisive steps, they follow from them, turning your deepest desires into reality. You've explored the barriers, discovered the solutions, and now hold the power to change your story. So, take one small step today. Write down your most imaginative wealth goal and act on it immediately. Feel the awakening within you, the freedom calling, the authenticity of pursuing what you've always longed for. The only limit is your imagination, and the time to unleash it is now. Share your first step in the comments, connect with others on this path, and watch as your thoughts blossom into riches. Thank you for joining this journey. Here's to your unlimited potential and the wealth that awaits. Riches begin in the form of thought, as Napoleon Hill so profoundly stated. The amount is limited only by the person's imagination, a truth that can transform lives if truly embraced. Imagine a world where your dreams of wealth aren't just fleeting ideas, but powerful forces shaping your reality. Yet, for many, this potential remains untapped, buried under layers of self-doubt and hesitation. Think about someone with a brilliant business idea, one that could lead to financial freedom, but they never act on it. They tell themselves, it's not the right time, or what if I fail? This cycle of inaction keeps riches just out of reach, turning vibrant thoughts into forgotten whispers. But why does this happen? It's because we often wait for motivation to strike before we even begin to nurture our imaginative ideas. Waiting for that perfect moment is a trap, as Hill himself observed in the lives of successful people like Thomas Edison. Edison didn't wait for inspiration. He acted on his thoughts, turning failures into stepping stones toward invention and wealth. If you're holding back on visualizing your riches, remember that true wealth builders dive in despite uncertainty. Consider a person dreaming of financial independence but postponing action until they feel ready. That delay allows doubt to creep in, eroding the very imagination that could create abundance. Indecision is another silent killer of potential riches, paralyzing the mind's ability to move forward. Hill emphasized the need for a definite purpose, where clear decisions turn abstract thoughts into concrete plans. Picture an aspiring entrepreneur with innovative ideas, yet they hesitate to commit, watching opportunities slip away. Without decisive action, those imaginative sparks fizzle out, leaving a trail of what ifs and regrets. Fear plays a massive role too, constricting your imagination like a vice. Fears of failure, judgment, or the unknown can make even the boldest thoughts seem impossible. Hill taught that negative emotions short circuit the mind's power, turning unlimited potential into self imposed limits. For instance, someone might dream of building wealth through investments but shrink back due to market fears. This hesitation creates a self fulfilling prophecy of scarcity, where riches remain just a distant fantasy. So, how do we break free from this? The solution lies in immediate action, which amplifies your thoughts and breathes life into your imagination. Action isn't just a step, it's the bridge that turns passive dreams into active reality, as Hill's examples prove. Self made millionaires didn't just visualize success, they pursued it relentlessly, no matter the obstacles. Start small. Begin by journaling daily affirmations of wealth to build the confidence needed for bigger moves. Building decisiveness is key. Make firm decisions to unleash the full force of your imagination. Define your definite chief aim, like Hill suggested, such as envisioning a specific financial goal and acting on it without delay. Set deadlines for your ideas. For example, turn a thought of passive income into a researched plan within 24 hours. Practicing that first step is crucial. Don't wait for perfection, just move forward. Right now, brainstorm 3 ways to expand your imagination, like reading Hill's book or meditating on your wealth goals. Even imperfect action generates energy, opening doors you never knew existed. Overcoming hesitation and fear is the next vital phase in manifesting your thoughts into riches. Face your fears head on, using proactive steps to erode their power and let your imagination flourish. Hill's autosuggestion techniques can help. Repeat affirmations of abundance daily, such as, I am capable of unlimited riches. Start with low stakes actions, like saving a small amount each day, to build confidence and diminish fear. Learning through failure is equally important. Setbacks aren't endpoints, but valuable lessons. As Hill believed, failures refine your thoughts and imagination, leading to greater wealth in the long run. Reframe each failure as feedback, using it to enhance your visionary goals and push forward. For example, a failed investment can teach better decision making, turning it into a stepping stone for future success. With fear addressed, focus on cultivating self-discipline to sustain your imaginative power. Discipline is the true key to success, transforming fleeting thoughts into lasting wealth. Without it, your imagination remains idle. With it, your ideas compound and grow like invested capital. Hill stressed daily routines, such as visualizing riches every morning, to forge a disciplined mindset. Build positive habits that support your growth. Set daily goals. Engage in consistent learning and track your progress. Actionable steps include waking up early for imaginative exercises, completing one wealth related task each day, and maintaining a riches journal. Think of your mind as a garden, thoughts are the seeds, and discipline is the water that helps them thrive. Once discipline is in place, develop a clear vision and goals to make your thoughts concrete. Specific goals act as motivation, amplifying your thoughts and sustaining action toward riches. Hill's idea of a definite plan directs your energy, turning imagination into measurable success. Don't just visualize a $1 million net worth, pair it with actionable goals like acquiring new skills or building a network. Break down your imaginative thoughts into steps. First, define vivid goals, such as, I will build a business generating $100K a year. Then, divide them into daily tasks and review progress regularly to keep your imagination alive. Tracking your advancements ensures that your thoughts evolve into tangible achievements. As you move forward, remember that the journey is as important as the destination. Reaffirm the core idea. Riches truly begin in thought, but imagination must be fueled by consistent action. Hill's teachings remind us that motivation and wealth follow decisive steps. They do not precede them. Now, it's your turn to take control. Don't let another day pass without acting on your imaginative potential. Start with one small step today. Write down your most ambitious wealth goal and outline your first action toward it. Share your progress, seek support, and watch as your thoughts blossom into real riches. Remember, the only limit is your imagination, so unleash it fully and step into the abundance you deserve. You've got the power within you. It's time to claim it. Let this be the beginning of your transformed life, where thoughts lead directly to unbounded success. Riches begin in the form of thought, as Napoleon Hill so wisely stated, and the amount is limited only by your imagination. This profound truth reveals that financial success isn't dictated by external forces, but by the power within your mind. Imagine for a moment the vast potential locked inside your thoughts, dreams of abundance waiting to burst into reality. Yet, so many people live in a cycle of unfulfilled potential, trapped by self-doubt and limiting beliefs. You might think, I can't afford to dream big, or success is reserved for the lucky few. These mental barriers create a gap between what you envision and what you achieve. Consider the person with a brilliant business idea, paralyzed by fear, watching opportunities slip away. This hesitation leads to a life of mediocrity and regret, where riches remain mere fantasies. But here's the turning point. Transforming thoughts into action is the bridge to manifesting true wealth. Without decisive steps, even the most vivid imagination withers like an unwatered seed. So ask yourself, what if your current doubts are the only chains holding back your financial freedom? Now, let's explore why you're not taking action on those imaginative thoughts. One major obstacle is waiting for motivation to strike before you begin. You tell yourself, I'll start visualizing my riches once I feel inspired. But that moment never comes. This is a trap, as true wealth builders like Thomas Edison didn't wait. They acted amid uncertainty. Edison imagined the light bulb and persisted through failures, turning thought into innovation. Similarly, if you have a vision of financial independence, delaying it erodes your imagination over time. Another barrier is the failure to make clear decisions, leaving your thoughts abstract and powerless. Napoleon Hill emphasized a definite purpose as essential for riches, yet indecision keeps you stuck. Picture the aspiring entrepreneur with great ideas but no commitment, missing out on lucrative opportunities. Fear and uncertainty further constrict your imagination, making riches seem unattainable. Fears of failure, judgment, or the unknown act like walls around your mind, blocking creative flow. Hill taught that negative emotions can short circuit your ability to envision unlimited wealth. For instance, someone dreaming of investment success might hesitate due to market fears, perpetuating scarcity. These psychological blocks are common, but recognizing them is the first step to breaking free. If riches are truly limited only by your imagination, what fears are holding yours back right now? The solution lies in immediate action, which amplifies your thoughts and turns imagination into reality. Action is the catalyst that creates momentum, as seen in Hill's examples of self-made millionaires. They didn't just dream of success, they moved decisively, transforming vague ideas into tangible wealth. Start small to build confidence. Try journaling daily affirmations of abundance to spark your inner drive. Remember, imagination alone is passive. It's action that breathes life into your financial visions. Building decisiveness is key. Define your definite chief aim, like visualizing a specific wealth goal. Don't let doubts linger. Set deadlines for your ideas, such as turning a passive income thought into a plan within 24 hours. By acting without delay, you unlock the energy that propels your imagination forward. Practicing the first step is crucial. Take one simple action today, like brainstorming ways to expand your creative thinking. For example, read Hill's book or meditate on wealth to nurture those initial thoughts. Even imperfect action generates progress, opening doors you never knew existed. Now that we've identified the barriers, let's explore how action can set your imagination free. Overcoming hesitation and fear requires facing them head on, allowing your imaginative power to flourish. Hill's autosuggestion techniques can help. Repeat affirmations of abundance daily to rewire your mindset. Say to yourself, I am capable of unlimited riches, and watch as fear begins to fade. Start with low stakes actions, like saving a small amount daily, to build confidence in your financial dreams. Remember, proactive steps erode fear, turning it from a barrier into a stepping stone. Learning through failure is another vital strategy, as setbacks refine your thoughts and imagination. Hill viewed failures as feedback, not endpoints. Each one teaches better decision making for greater wealth. For instance, a failed investment can lead to smarter choices, enhancing your path to riches. Reframe your perspective. Every failure is an opportunity to strengthen your imaginative vision. With fear addressed, the next step is building the discipline to sustain your imaginative power. Discipline is the true key to success, transforming fleeting thoughts into lasting wealth. Without it, your imagination remains idle. With it, your ideas compound like interest over time. Hill stressed daily routines, such as visualizing riches each morning, to create a disciplined mindset. Build positive habits that support your growth, set daily goals. Learn from successful people and track your progress. Actionable steps include waking up early for imaginative exercises or completing one wealth-related task daily. Maintain a riches journal to log your thoughts and actions, turning inspiration into habit. These habits ensure your thoughts evolve into consistent, wealth-generating behaviors. Discipline paves the way for clear vision. Let's define how to make your thoughts concrete. Developing a clear vision and goals is essential as it amplifies your thoughts and sustains action. Hill taught that a definite plan directs your energy toward measurable riches. Simply visualizing a $1 million net worth isn't enough. Pair it with specific goals like acquiring new skills. Break down your imaginative thoughts into actionable plans for real progress. Start by defining vivid goals, such as, I will build a business generating $100K a year. Then, divide them into daily tasks and review them regularly to keep your momentum alive. Tracking your progress ensures your imagination stays focused and powerful. With a clear vision in place, it's time to reaffirm the journey ahead. In conclusion, remember that riches truly begin in the form of thought, but they demand action to flourish. As Hill taught, motivation and wealth follow decisive steps. They do not precede them. Your imagination holds the key to unlimited potential, but only if you act on it now. Don't let another day pass in hesitation. Take control of your mental barriers and step into abundance. Start today by writing down your most imaginative wealth goal and committing to one immediate action. Share your first step with others. It could inspire them and reinforce your own path. The world is full of possibilities, limited only by what you dare to envision and pursue. Embrace this truth and watch as your thoughts transform into the riches you deserve. Remember, the power is within you. Unleash it through persistent, disciplined action. As you move forward, carry Hill's wisdom. Your imagination is the starting point, but action is the engine. Thank you for joining this journey. Now, go forth and make your dreams a reality. The amount of riches in your life is indeed limited only by your imagination, so make it boundless. Riches begin in the form of thought, as Napoleon Hill so profoundly stated, and the amount is limited only by the person's imagination. This powerful idea reminds us that financial success isn't dictated by external circumstances, but by the vivid pictures we paint in our minds. Imagine a world where your dreams of wealth aren't shackled by doubt or fear, where every idea has the potential to bloom into reality. Yet, for many, this potential remains untapped, buried under layers of self-doubt and hesitation. Think about the person with a groundbreaking business idea who never takes the first step, watching opportunities slip away like sand through fingers. It's a common trap, believing that riches will magically appear once conditions are perfect. But as Hill taught, true wealth builders act on their thoughts, turning imagination into action despite the unknowns. The gap between thought and riches widens with inaction, leading to a life of regret and unfulfilled potential. What if your hesitation is the only barrier standing between you and the abundance you deserve? Waiting for motivation is a myth that keeps many stuck, as if inspiration must strike like lightning before you can move forward. Hill's case studies, like Thomas Edison, show that great innovators didn't wait for the perfect moment. They forged ahead with their imaginative visions. Picture someone daydreaming about financial freedom, but postponing action until they feel ready, only to see their ideas fade into obscurity. This delay erodes the very imagination that could create unlimited riches, turning bold thoughts into whispers of what might have been. Indecision is another silent thief, paralyzing the mind and rendering imaginative thoughts powerless. Hill emphasized a definite purpose as the key to unlocking wealth, where clear decisions transform abstract ideas into concrete plans. Consider the aspiring entrepreneur with brilliant concepts but no commitment, missing out on chances that could have built their fortune. Fear and uncertainty often creep in, constricting your imagination like a vice and preventing riches from taking shape. Negative emotions, as Hill warned, can short circuit your mental power, making you believe that success is reserved for others. A person might dream of investing for wealth, but hesitate due to market fears, creating a self-fulfilling cycle of scarcity. If riches are truly limited only by your imagination, what internal fears are holding yours captive right now? The solution lies in immediate action, which amplifies your thoughts and turns imagination into a force for real change. As Hill illustrated with self-made millionaires, visualization alone is passive. It's the decisive steps that bring wealth to life. Start small to build momentum, perhaps by journaling daily affirmations of abundance to strengthen your mental resolve. Building decisiveness means committing to your imaginative goals without delay, defining a definite chief aim, as Hill advised. For instance, if you envision passive income, set a deadline to research and plan it within the next 24 hours. Don't let perfectionism halt your progress. Even imperfect action generates energy and opens doors to greater riches. Practicing the first step is essential. Take something simple today, like brainstorming ways to expand your imaginative horizons. Now that we've uncovered the barriers, let's explore how action can liberate your mind and set your imagination free. Overcoming hesitation and fear begins with facing them head on, using proactive steps to erode their grip on your thoughts. Hill's autosuggestion techniques can help, where repeating affirmations of abundance rewires your mindset for success. Imagine someone terrified of financial risks starting with a low stakes action, like saving a small amount daily, and watching confidence grow. Each bold move diminishes fear, allowing your imagination to flourish and attract the riches you envision. Learning through failure is another vital strategy, as Hill viewed setbacks not as defeats but as stepping stones to greater wealth. A failed investment, for example, can refine your thoughts and sharpen your imaginative vision for future opportunities. Reframe each failure as valuable feedback, transforming it into a catalyst for even bigger riches ahead. With fear addressed, the next step is building the discipline to sustain your imaginative power and turn thoughts into lasting success. Discipline is the true key that bridges the gap between fleeting ideas and enduring wealth, as Hill so often stressed. Without it, your imagination remains idle, like a seed that never gets watered. With it, your ideas compound and grow exponentially. Adopt daily routines, such as visualizing your riches each morning, to cultivate a disciplined mindset aligned with abundance. Building positive habits is crucial. Set goals daily, engage in consistent learning about successful people, and track your progress meticulously. A practical step could be waking up early to dedicate time to imaginative exercises, ensuring your thoughts evolve into action. Complete one wealth-related task each day, no matter how small, to keep your momentum building toward unlimited riches. Maintain a riches journal to log your thoughts, actions, and victories, reinforcing the connection between imagination and reality. Discipline paves the way for a clear vision, where your thoughts become the blueprint for measurable success. Developing clear vision and goals is the next phase, amplifying your thoughts by making them specific and actionable, just as Hill taught. Specific goals provide the motivation to sustain action, turning vague imaginations into a definite plan that directs your energy toward wealth. For example, visualizing a $1 million net worth gains power when paired with concrete goals like acquiring new skills or building a network. Break down your imaginative thoughts into manageable steps. First, define vivid goals, such as, I will build a business generating $100K a year. Then, divide them into daily tasks that keep your imagination alive and propel you forward. Regularly review and adjust your plans to maintain momentum, ensuring your thoughts evolve with your growing success. Tracking progress is key as it keeps your imagination fueled and prevents it from wandering into doubt. With a clear vision in place, it's time to reaffirm the journey and commit to the path that turns thoughts into riches. Remember, as Hill reminded us, riches truly begin in the form of thought, but they demand action to manifest fully. Your imagination holds infinite potential, limited only by how boldly you choose to act upon it. Think back to the moments when hesitation held you back. Now is the time to break free and embrace the wealth waiting in your mind. Every successful person Hill profiled started with a simple thought, nurtured it with discipline, and achieved extraordinary results. Don't wait for external validation. Let your inner drive propel you toward the riches you've always imagined. Start by identifying one limiting belief today and replace it with an empowering affirmation of abundance. As you take that first step, feel the shift from stagnation to excitement, from doubt to determination. The power is in your hands. Harness your imagination, overcome your fears, and watch as riches unfold before you. Envision your future self, living in the wealth you've created, and let that vision guide your every action. Remember, motivation follows action, not the other way around, as Hill so wisely observed. Take a moment now to write down your most imaginative wealth goal and commit to pursuing it immediately. Share your progress with others. Accountability can amplify your thoughts and speed your journey to riches. You've got the tools, the knowledge, and the potential. It's all about choosing to act on your imagination today. Let this be the turning point where your thoughts transcend barriers and become the foundation of your success. Riches are not a distant dream. They are the natural outcome of your empowered imagination in motion. So, go forth with confidence, for the only limit is the one you set in your own mind.